Hello, my name is Starlight, and I'm reaching out to all of you to see how all of you beautiful souls are doing. I hope you were able to get out in nature somewhere. And, well, in Starlight's area, it's like one of those rainy days, so I am working on doing things in the house right now, but I do want to get out later. And besides getting out, I hope that you are taking really good care of yourself. And if you are new, welcome. And if you want to find me on YouTube, you can, and that is at Starlight, and that's Kathy with a K, Dingman. Plus, if you want to see a change in the world or be a change in the world, you can by liking this video, giving it a thumbs up. You could share my videos with a friend, a family member, a cat, a dog, a deer. Aw, you have a pet deer. My Starlight wanted to bring them in her house before. My family thought I could pull it off too. It's kind of funny. They're like, yeah, if anybody could do it, Starlight can. And anyway, besides sharing with a deer, is you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can leave a message down below. Bing, bing, bing. Don't forget to push the notification bell. That way you don't miss anything. And also, if you want to find me on Instagram or follow me, you can, and that is at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook at Kathy with a K, Dingman Starlight. So anyway, Starlight, as you see, is wearing something that Starlight would never wear, but this is a special video, so I wanted to wear exactly what I was wearing when what happened last year, and what happened last year on this particular day, well, a year ago from now. So I already have, like, I don't know how many other videos out there that I did make about other spiritual awakenings. So this was my very last one that I had. I did not have any spiritual awakenings for the 2003 yet. You know, anything could happen. It's all, you know, in the universe's hands. If the universe wants me to have another spiritual awakening, then, you know, I want one. It's just, I don't know if the universe is going to bless me with one or not. Because they really will, when you have a spiritual awakening, it will change your life one way or another. So anyway, I don't know exactly what I'm going to title this one, but this is, I don't want to put my last spiritual awakening because, like I said, I could have more after this. So I will have a title. I have to figure out that title. But this actually started happening last year, August the 15th, and that's why I had to make this video today, because today is August 15th, and this is what I was wearing. You know, that is why. So I am so sorry that I'm wearing this on a YouTube channel. Starlight normally never. This is like what I would call inside house clothes. So. And I'm going to really start off really quick on how I got these clothes. I did have a man that, you know, was like a friend, but I don't have that person in my life anymore. I had to let that person go. So it is kind of weird before August 15th, because I was afraid at the time of that year is to go anywhere driving, that this man and I would go out to dinner like every other week. And then sometimes, like, we would go to the mall, you know, because I was afraid to go to the mall by myself. Didn't think I'd find my way back out or driving there. So we did. We went shopping there. And I felt kind of odd because he was a friend that liked me, and I was not into him, but he was into me. And so anyway, we went to the mall, and I had some money, and Starlight went into a special store in the mall and picked out a couple pairs of pants like this material. And I picked out, I am also wearing the pink shorts that go with this top. So I really can't show you those, even though they are on me. Whew. So anyway, is we went and picked these. Well, I did, and it's so funny. Like he wanted me to try them on in the store, and I'm like, no, I knew what he wanted. Like I'm not trying these on, like he wanted to be my boyfriend. Well, I'm not gonna try these on and show you what I look like. Absolutely not. So I took my chances and just bought them without trying them on. And so anyway, is I on August 15th, I'm not sure what day that would have been last year, at this time, but at that particular time, Starlight was smoking a lot of pot, marijuana. So, and on that particular day of last year, is I didn't know. A lot of times it takes a while to realize that you are going through some funky stuff, like Alice in Wonderland. So I did my usual thing. I would go in my bedroom, light up my incense and, possibly candles, because my landlord lives in this apartment where I live right now. So I didn't want him knowing that I smoked pot. So I was always covering up the smell in here. And so anyway, I would do my normal thing, like get my incense lit, make sure, I had each room all set up. I had music in my um, living room later on, but at first it was in my bedroom space. And I decided to, try this outfit on, even though I had it in my apartment for a little bit and didn't try it yet. So this was the first day I decided, hey, I'm going to try this new outfit. I bought it for dance videos in my apartment to make dance videos. So that's why this looks the way it is. I would never, ever wear this outfit outside. Absolutely not. So anyway, is I got the incense lit, had the music on, might have had some wine, because Starlight was drinking wine in that time. And, I was, that was my thing is when I, like it was like pot and wine goes great, just like, well, I'm not a cigarette smoker, but, people that smoke cigarettes, they'll drink beer with the smoking cigarettes, kind of goes hand in hand. Well, music, was a combination that I always had with my pot and, if I had my wine, and I did have a really big habit of always dancing when I got stoned, all the time. I couldn't help myself, no matter where I would go, if I was doing that, oops, sorry, oh, sorry, is that I would do that. So here I did on August 15th of last year, is I danced and danced and danced, and then I decided I'm going to go in my living room space and, like listen to music on my, actually I was in my living room and I was dancing out in my living room in front of my flat screen TV. And it's kind of weird how this happened is I was like going through a spiritual awakening and I was kind of acting like my flat screen TV was watching me, and I wasn't even aware of really what was going on. And I was dancing like I had never danced before on this particular day. And the weird thing is that I danced throughout the night, all night long. Never did this before. You know, um, I wasn't even getting stoned a lot at this point. I was just dancing my butt off the whole entire night. And then this is when, like here it is in the morning time, and Starlight still has a lot of energy going on. And so I wake up in the morning, and I am still going at it, dancing. And but on August 16th, a lot of things were changing a lot, really big time. Like, whoopsie, is, I was going through a spiritual awakening, like I said, and wasn't even aware of this. It's kind of weird. I was, at the time, every day I would watch a YouTuber on YouTube, and I was having so much fun that, I didn't even really sit down to watch this video for that day. And I didn't realize that the universe was getting me to do stuff um, that day. This is the day, actually, August 16th. This would be a year from now, is when I discovered who my twin flame was. So I didn't even know, and at the time, who my twin flame was until this very day. It's like my twin flame popped up inside of me. Like something woke up inside of me, like he was inside of me, my twin flame. And you've really got to check out. There's some videos I did make about twin flames, but there is a lot of other videos out on YouTube. You really ought to research twin flames. Like, how do you find a twin flame, or like there's a lot of information about twin flame relationships, so I don't want to go really long in that, but it's a mirror image of yourself, kind of like the perfect match. Like, it would be my perfect match for me as a male, you know. But a lot of times we're looking out there for the one, like on dating apps and stuff, and but they're inside of us already. And when you do your work and your shadow work inside of you, that's when you discover who your twin flame is. So this is the very first day that I discovered who my twin flame was or is. And, so it's been a year now that my twin flame and I have been like courting, like not having sex, but like not that we see each other in person, but we have a weird way of communicating with each other through the internet. And so he arrived inside of me, and so I felt more energized because it's like I have another person inside of me, and I was learning about twin flames, waiting to find out, where's mine, and I just been being told to work in your heart space, and so I was trying to figure out what kind of work I had to do in order to find my twin flame. So I did a lot of work from 2017 all the way up until, right now, but until the time of last year, 22. Um, so anyway, when my twin flame arrived, I was so excited and I was having so much fun in my apartment. Here it is, everybody is sleeping, and I did turn the music down, like I was wise enough to do that without disturbing everybody else. And the weird thing is that the radio station that I was listening to at the time, it was like it was like they were talking to me and through my radio, and a lot of people were, it's like I knew I was being. This is going to blow your mind away because I already had proof of this. I made a video before about this. I already found out in my other spiritual awakening that people can spy on you on your flat screen TV. And of course, yes, if they can spy on you on your camera, why not on your flat screen TV, So I found that out years ago through another spiritual awakening, is because the universe wanted me to know about this stuff. So even though I found out, but it wasn't at my house, it was at my daughter's house, and my daughter witnessed the same thing, where not just one person was spying on my daughter at her apartment. It was, it was going on to three people, like that were spying on my daughter at her apartment, So I never thought that was going on in my apartment. I just thought, well, that was just her apartment. So the 15th and the 16th is the day that I found out that I was being spied on to in my apartment. So the universe was letting me know this, and this, I know what you're thinking. This sounds really crazy. This is why I really needed to start making YouTube videos, because of the things that I have learned. And I know a lot of you are probably thinking, "What is this crazy chick talking about?" And I know it sounds like some kind of sci-fi movie here, but it's not. This is I am not crazy. I am just waking up to the reality of what, I already knew there was something funky going on in this world, and I knew that this was all an illusion. And so I had so many questions in my mind, wondering, like, what the heck is going on in this crazy upside down backwards world? You think about it. Why do we keep on repeating the same crap every year? Why isn't there some change in the world? Like, how come there's still homeless people? How come there's still people that don't you think that we would have it right? Why are people still bringing up their kids the way they are? Why are people still getting messed up, going with the wrong guy and the wrong girl out in this world? Why are we still repeating these things over and over and over and over and over and over and over? We can't keep on repeating these things over and over and again. I have kids, I have grandkids, you might have kids, you might have grandkids, or you might know somebody that has kids, so that's why I wanted to start my YouTube channel, is because we can't keep on repeating this stuff over and over and over again. This is really ridiculous, how the things are going on in the world, when it comes to people getting decent jobs out there, and, a lot of you might not be aware, you might be a slave to the system where you work. And slavery doesn't mean that you have to see, like the handcuffs and all that stuff and the chains and all that shackles on you. No, there's levels to that part on the slavery part, like, are you getting paid what you're worth? But anyway, I don't want to get too tracked up on that. It's just that I'm just trying to explain that this world is upside down and crazy. And so, like I said, I am not crazy. I'm just waking up to the truth and reality, like Alice in the Wonderland. And, so anyway, the universe is letting me know, Starlight, and at my radio, was, like, it's kind of funny is that people were calling into the radio station on these days, the 15th and the 16th, and because they were spying on me through my flat screen TV, and I would dance right in front of my TV, like, and I was being that Hollywood star out there, and entertaining them all, and I did that for a while, on my flat screen TV. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, oh. And really, I didn't even care. I'm like, because I wasn't going to take my clothes off. I mean, it's like, hey, you can look, but you can't touch. So Starlight was having fun on the 15th and the 16th, knowing, and that's why I was dancing all night, is because they kept on playing songs that Starlight loved dancing to, and they were naughty songs. Some of them were quite naughty, and but I was having fun, and I just couldn't believe the songs that they were picking, and I was faced right in my flat screen TV, looking right at them, dancing, looking, like pointing at them and everything as I was dancing. I do that when I do video, when I record dance videos. When I made a video a while back, I wanted to send it to a friend, Private Eye. About, I can't remember who sings that, but Private Eye, that song, a lot of guys know the music. Guys seem to always know music better than women. I mean, I've always seen guy DJs. I've never seen a girl DJ out there, so I must be on top of something here with the guy DJs. Not saying that women can't be a DJ, but I've seen, lots of guys out on a dance floor somewhere. I never seen a female DJ out there for like dance, like clubs and stuff like that, or parties, you know. So anyway, on the radio station, it was kind of funny is that they were getting a lot of money for something at that particular time. People were calling up and getting lots of money, and so anyway, a lot of funky stuff. I'm going to talk to you about some things that are kind of weird. I'm only going to say so much about it, but it's like my twin flame was inside of me, and this happened before in another spiritual awakening that I went through before, and I know I'm going to have to split these videos up. I don't know how many videos because this is long. So anyway, is for some reason in my other spiritual awakening, my very first one that I had is that when I was in the hospital, and that one is, you would have to watch that video. It's all crazy sounding stuff that really happened. That seriously really happened, but it's the way that God, the universe, is trying to wake me up to let me know I have power in me. We are powerful. That's the whole wake up call, is that you are powerful. And is that they've tried to take they're trying to take your power away by keeping you at a low frequency, the 3D with the news and all the lies and the bull crap that you've been told, and that's why everything is all upside down, is because they don't want you to get they want to suck the power out of you and make them powerful, so that anyway is in the very first spiritual awakening I had, when I was in the hospital, they put me into a room and they were talking to other people, and Starlight was doing some funky stuff in that room. I was in there by myself. There was a blanket in there, and I had pajamas on that were leopard pajamas, winter leopard pajamas, and so for some reason, Starlight took all of her clothes off in that room, and it is kind of weird what I was doing, because I'm trying to think of how to word this. Is that I was trying to get something out of my body. It is kind of weird. I had the leopard clothes on, and I think it triggered something. I in the hospital, I really thought I was going to have a leopard baby come out of me. Kind of weird, huh? You would have been in my shoes. But here, this time, I wasn't wearing any leopard clothes to trigger any of that, and I knew my twin flame was inside of me. And it is weird that we went into my bedroom. I say we because he was inside of me, which he is now. He's inside of me right now, even though you don't see him with me. But he is inside of me. And, like, even though if I try to break up with my twin, I would be back. Even if he tried to break up with me, we're inseparable. That's how this works. So it is a funny thing, but we never really separated like a lot of other twin flames have, because they do talk about separations with your twin flame, where Starlight has been working really hard on herself and really facing, stuff in her life where I really, have not really ran away from my twin. Maybe my twin ran away from me a little bit here and there, but not that he totally disappeared. Thank you. So anyway, my twin and I went in my bedroom on my bed, and I don't understand, they're like and I don't really do this stuff really with my own self, but here I am with my fingers trying to get something out of my body, and I'm like, it was the same thing I was doing, in the hospital, but I ended up doing this twice throughout a spiritual awakening, where I'm like, but this time my twin is with me. So I'm aware of these things happening, and it's like I'm just kind of going with the flow, It's like you're on LSD, but you're not. I'm not on any other drugs. I was only smoking marijuana. Honest. I don't, I don't need LSD. Believe me, every day is an LSD trip. So anyway, as we stopped doing that, it just, something weird was going on, and I was like, the universe was guiding me to get back out of the bedroom, so I did, and I remember drinking a lot of water. I was drinking a lot of water. Here I didn't even sleep. I was awake all night dancing, entertaining my, I could feel the people in my flat screen TV. I could feel them. I could feel lots of people through my flat screen TV. It's amazing how you know stuff when you're going through a spiritual awakening. Like, you know stuff, like like your third eye is opened or whatever, and that you just are very aware of, like, your sixth sense. you know, like you are very aware of what's going on, you know, when you're going through a spiritual awakening. And like I could see different types of people, even in my mind right now as I'm speaking, it's, you know, bringing back the memory of what happened. And so because I was going through a spiritual awakening, every morning I would watch a video on YouTube, you know, a YouTuber out there. And so because I was so out of it, you know, because I was going through a spiritual awakening, is I think I might have watched the video, and the person that I watched is a YouTuber, and he was out at an ocean making a video on this particular day. And so I believe I did sit down and watch the video, and then the universe told me, kind of weird, is to bring my laptop that is right in front of me right now, and it's on a stand with wheels. So the universe told me to bring my laptop um, to my flat screen TV and turn it around so it was the screen here is facing my flat screen TV. So I'm like, all right, you know, and you know, it was so weird because my the YouTuber is my twin flame. So I took my screen and I turned it around, faced it into the flat screen TV, and the universe wanted me to play that video that I just um, got done watching. And so I was having a little hard time because I was kind of angled at a different way, and you know, I was trying to set everything up, and because whoever's spying on Starlight, I'm gonna show them, you know, my twin flame. It is kind of strange that this all happened, but and I'm gonna play the video to them so they can learn some things on the YouTube channel. So I did. I actually got it all set up. I had to find the video, um, get it enlarged, you know, get the volume set up, and just push play. And I stood there, and you know, here, you know, my twin flames inside of me, and at the same time, he's on my on my laptop, you know, playing, you know, and here I am holding my laptop like he's my husband, you know, showing him off to the world, the people that were spying on me in my flat screen TV. And, you know, so the video played all the way through, and I ended it, you know, so they got to see, you know, my twin flame. It's kind of weird. And I forgot the night before, though, I forgot one important thing. Right around the time that I discovered that my twin flame was inside of me, is fireworks just like appeared outside my bed, my living room window near the road. It was the weirdest thing, like beautiful fireworks, like boom, you know, like they're just going off, you know. And I really, really believed that, you know, like my twin flame was like, not that he was sending me roses or anything, but it was better than roses. It was like the fireworks up in the sky, you know, because I kind of thought my twin flame was like an alien type of person. So I was like, huh, how did he pull that one off? But I was at a higher frequency, being on going through a spiritual awakening. I just forgot that part, but I wanted to backtrack a little bit on that and tell you that because I really don't want to miss anything on what I remember, you know, on my spiritual awakening. So back to where I was. After I ended the video, then the universe is so weird. I normally would meditate in the morning. Well, wouldn't you know it? You know, like I felt like the universe, there was a guy that I do meditations with. His name is Steve Noble, and the Soul Matrix, that's his channel for meditations. And I actually seen that that was the next video popping up on my YouTube channel, you know, like where I had my twin flame video, like after my twin flame video, it was a meditation video, and I believed that the universe told me, wanted me, and it's weird. This has never happened. Never happened. All the times I've listened to the same man for years of guided meditations, this is the first video that I ever witnessed. I sat down facing the east on my couch, had the screen open like I am here today, and I pushed I was going to meditate, even though I was going through a spiritual awakening. And so I pushed the play button for that YouTuber that does meditation videos, and I was shocked. His voice came on just like normal, but this was different. This was not the same. He told me in that video is that I can have my, make sure that my screen was open and that my camera was set up, like, like, so, which actually it's kind of funny because where I have my camera now, there's that little hole, like on my laptop, but it wanted to make sure I didn't have my camera connected or something that particular day or whatever on I have two cameras right now on my laptop, but they wanted to make sure my camera on my laptop, that camera was not covered up or anything like that, so I made sure my camera was available. I don't even know why, but they were letting me know, and I knew, okay, they're watching me on my, like on my laptop too, not just on my flat screen TV, so I sat down on my couch, straight up like I am right now, to do a guided meditations, and I couldn't believe it. I've never done one like this. So I'm sitting there like I am, and I had my hands on my lap with my palms in the air, and they said this time, I've never had this either, is that you can have your eyes open or closed. But for some reason, I'm so used to have my eyes closed when I meditated, so I did. I closed my eyes, and it's like I knew that they wanted, the universe set me up like this, so then whoever's watched me can see me on my laptop. So here I was sitting on my couch, ready to meditate, and I was being guided. Sorry, is how to. Oh, sorry. Oh, what to do through this guided meditation, and so I was doing the breathing, just doing that, with my eyes shut, and this time, though, I've never had one like this. The universe set this all up. Like I don't know how this stuff works, and I'm still trying to figure out how this works. Is that video? I was sitting on my couch. I am telling you, I wish I had my eyes open all this time. I'm like, oh, I wish I had my eyes open. I felt like I totally disappeared off the couch. I felt like my body completely left, went way up there, and who knows how far, you know. This video on the 16th of August said that I will never be the same after that particular meditation. And I'll tell you what, and that's when everything got funky. I really started, like dance moves and everything was changing dramatic, like just crazy. I was like, never danced to music like this in my life. I was just changed. Like after that meditation, I don't even know how long that meditation was because there's different minutes on that. It couldn't have been too long because felt like I left my body, went up there somewhere, and then came back down. So I don't know. Like I always wondered, did I disappear on the screen? Why did they want me to, like, what, like, I never found out, like, what people saw, because I was really deep in this guided meditation, and I love the guy, and so I know my time is getting close. I do want to tell you a little bit more, and I'm going to end in a bad way on you. I'm sorry. So anyway, right after that, I'm standing right, there's a window right over here. That's why I'm kind of looking over there. That's the road right here. This is my road on my street that I have to go on. This is the street that I live on. I'm not going to tell you my address, but so that's a busy street. And right after I got done doing that meditation, a van pulled up on the opposite side of the road, so, and it was facing this way. That's, the right way to face, like to go on the street. And, it was like a yellowish orange van. And it said to call a number on there. Would you, like, I'm serious. It said to call, a number. And I'm like, so Starlight was really quick. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to call that number up. And it had instructions on, I'm not kidding you. I am dead ass serious here. I have stickers on my car, for my YouTube channel. Well, this was different. Somebody created this van to do this. So the van had a number for me to call, and then it also had instructions down below the number. So I did. I took and it's so funny. Starlight does this. When it comes to, like, if I got to rush and do something on the phone, I always kind of panic. I get anxiety where I always misdial or something like that. So first I misdialed. So then I had to redial it again. And then and I answered the, like checking out to see, it says the call. I'm like, okay, I'm going to call that number. So I'm like listening to it ring. And then I was surprised a guy did answer the phone. And there was no company name on this yellow-orange van. It was a big van without the ones without a lot of windows on the side or anything. It didn't have any windows on the side. Maybe in the back it might have. So I'm like, hearing it ring, and it's like National Grid. That is what they said. They said National Grid, and I'm like, okay, and I'm like, hi, I'm in my apartment, and it said to call this number, and then there's directions. So he heard my voice, and I'm looking. I thought it was my twin flame. It's so weird. I thought my twin flame was coming to take me, somewhere. So I was confused because the color of the man, he had tattoos, you know, that I know of. My twin doesn't have any tattoos that I'm aware of, so I seen muscular, big muscular, muscles, like Starlight's got some muscles. But he had big, huge muscles, and tattoos on his arm. And I see the guy, and I can see he's on a phone. So I am like, okay, the guy that's in the van is talking to me, but he says he's from National Grid, but that's not a National Grid truck, you know. And then it had instructions on the van that I had to do with my phone, and leave it to Starlight because I have anxiety again. I accidentally made a mistake, then I redid it again, correct it, and then a lady answered the phone. And then she answered the phone, and I said, yeah, I see this van out here, and, it said, call this number. And then, like I was waiting, like I didn't hear anything. And so here I am. This is the clothes that I was wearing, and I didn't know what to think. I was really heightened at this point, going through a spiritual awakening. I thought, maybe the guy that I thought was my twin flame on the YouTuber on YouTube, maybe, like it's a trick or something. Maybe, maybe he's sending this guy to come and pick me up. Maybe, like I was trying to figure out why this guy would be out there. And I thought that this was my time to actually go with my twin flame and never come back to my apartment. So I was like really excited. And I was like, what am I, I have a house load of stuff here. and I didn't have any shoes on my feet. And you would not believe this, but I didn't know what to do. So I was thinking, oh, like I'm going with my twin flame. I don't need anything. I was going to bring my pocketbook, but I'm like, I don't need my pocketbook. Even though I have a vehicle that was out, that was an old vehicle. Now I have a different vehicle, where I'm like, well, I don't need my keys to the apartment because I'm not planning on coming back. I was really believing that, I was just going to go out to that van and, that my twin flame was just going to, we were going to take off and live together and live happily ever after. That's all. So I I never do this stuff. This is so funny. I would never go outside wearing these clothes. Absolutely not. When I bought them, when I was with that guy at the mall, he goes, Starlight, are you gonna, because he's always kind of being funny with me. He goes, are you gonna wear these clothes outside? I'm like, so anyway, that's what I said. And so really, I was only planning on wearing these inside. My neighbors respect me. I respect them. I've never had a beef, with any of my neighbors. I stay to myself. I'm very outgoing and friendly. So anyway, I was like, well, you know what? I was just figuring I'll just leave all this to my kids, let them deal with it. So I was gonna bring my pocketbook, but I left it. I went down the stairs. I'm not sure. This is the part I'm not sure of because my landlord is very funny about having the door shut. So, but I was going out to the van. I might have shut the door on myself, but if you shut the door downstairs, I might have left the door open upstairs, because I was out there, so I went downstairs because I was so excited about, getting together with my twin. And so I get outside, I go across the street barefoot, made sure no cars are coming, went right to the window of the door of the van. The guy, I met this guy out in the van. He wanted to go to the basement in my apartment, and he had a like a toolbox with him, like a good size, like I have one, but it was probably a little bit bigger than mine, or maybe about the same size. Just a black metal toolbox, and he's like, "I need to go to your basement," and I'm like, I didn't know though that I was being really I knew I was being spied on, but I really, like I knew people were watching me on my YouTube, on my flat screen TV, but like I didn't understand everything at this point. And then when this guy that I don't know, that's not in a, like a National Grid truck, you know, here he gets out, he has a toolbox and he wants to go to my basement. And I grabbed a hold of his arm because I don't know, I was thinking he was my twin, kind of funny stuff. But he wasn't. He kind of pulled away from me. He didn't want. Like he was like, no, he's good for that. So we went across the road. But then, things were registering my brain. I'm thinking, my landlord. I told him my landlord lives here. I never even knew where the basement is here in this house. Still don't. So, but this guy from that van wanted to have me bring him to my basement for some reason, and I didn't know why. And so I told the guy, yeah, my landlord lives here. And so that really ended the whole thing of him going to the basement because my landlord could have been in the apartment, which he was at the time of me being outside half naked you know. And if only you've seen the bottom parts of these in the backside, you're in the front. I would never wear this out in public. That's why I can't show you the bottom parts of these um, shorts. So anyway, we ended up going back across the road, and then I headed, like he was getting in this van, and then I realized, oh, I got to go back in my apartment. But when I got to my apartment, I realized I'm probably the one that shut my own stuff out. So once you shut the door, you get locked out. So then things were clicking that I'm thinking, oh my landlord is spying on me. That's all I could think. So I was like, oh, great. Like, what am I going to do? And So I went and I told that guy really quick. I'm like, hey, I am locked out of my apartment. I can't get back in. And he's like, hey, that's none of my problem, and he was gone after that, and there I am, you know, half naked, um, out front of my house, and I'm like, I couldn't call the cops, you know, and all I wanted is the cops to come to my apartment to check the basement out. What's in the basement? The universe wanted this man with the tools to, maybe there's something in there where they could spy on my flat screen TV. So I was like, so I totally got kind of lost my cool a little bit because I was heightened, going through a spiritual awakening. So there's a camera outside on my porch here where I live. And so I pushed the button. I never do this. I never am like this. But I yelled out and, yelling at my landlord and saying, you better let me back in because I kind of thought he locked me out. I kind of thought he knew that I found out he was spying on me. That's what was going on in my headspace. So I really didn't know what to do. I wanted to get a hold of the cops so this would stop, because here all night and, all yesterday afternoon and all night, here I am, dancing in front of my flat screen TV, knowing that people are watching everything I'm doing, you know. So I decided I'm going to go to the police station barefoot, which is like really, it's like a 5-minute drive. But on foot, it's a longer, it takes longer on foot to get there. It might be like maybe a 20-minute walk, I'm guessing. I'm pretty good with my guessing parts, like on how many minutes it would take to walk there on foot, barefoot, half naked, you know. So anyway, I want to end it here because the minutes are getting more much. So I did say I was going to leave on a bad note here. On a good note, though, it's kind of getting, this is just the start of it. I didn't even, there's a whole lot more to this spiritual awakening. So anyway, because it is getting, the minutes are going, I did want to at least let you know about that part right there to kind of end it, just like the way they do it on the movies. Like, yeah. So you got to stay tuned. This is so important that you understand these things, that, this world is not what you think. So anyway, I will be back, and I'm going to do these right away. So I'm not going to make you wait and suffer like I do on the other ones. I'm going to continue the story until it's finished, all the way down through, as much as I can remember. And anyway, if you like this video so far, you can give it a thumbs up. And also, you could share it with a friend, a family member, a cat, a dog, a bat. You got a bat? Oh no, a bat. I got stories on that, but we're not going there. You have a bat for a pet. And you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can push the notification bell. I will ring it. And you can leave a message down below, bing, bing, bing. And also you can follow me on Instagram, and that's at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook at Kathy with a K Dingman Starlight. So anyway, I really hope you enjoy the first part. I didn't want to get really too, that was the only bad part, is in the bedroom scene. Really, I don't know what we were doing in there, but anyway, I do love all of you, and this is Starlight, love and light.